Hello all, welcome back to another community update for this week ending in the 26th of June 2020. Quite a lot went on this week. It's quite an exciting news-filled week. Should we get into it? So anyone who's been following anything remotely Kings of War related in the last couple of weeks would have known about the Battle of Ravenswood, where Ronnie Renton actually played Kings of War. Who knew? He pitted his noble dwarves against the goblins commanded by Rob. Blah, blah, blah. Duncan and Martin were there with their Northern Alliance and their... was it Abyssal Dwarves? It was Abyssal Dwarves. Naughty Dwarves, wasn't it? Anyway, 5.5 hours later, they reached turn 5, Ronnie having wandered off at turn 4. And I'm not sure any of the dwarves had actually moved forward. Anyway, a great time was had by all, and it was really enjoyable to watch. I couldn't watch the whole thing because, frankly, if I wanted to watch people who don't know how to play Kings of War play Kings of War, I just watch back any of my old videos. I think we need to give a big thanks to Rob Berman for managing the live stream and playing Ronnie at the same time, and particularly for putting him in his place, dwarves, eh? Who cares about them? And of course, the Call to Arms tournament rumbled to a close with Tom Robinson putting Mark Campbell in his place for the 6th round finale. Devious use of flyers and nimble charge individuals causing much upset. Notwithstanding, there's very few people who could argue that Tom wasn't an incredibly deserving winner. Now, as the self-appointed voice of the Kings of War community, I feel that I very much represent all parts of the Kings of War spectrum, and I want to say that Kings of War was the real winner of this tournament. It's not really important where Tom's from. Where is he from? No! Wow, well I'm sure the largest Kings of War playing population in the world definitely had representation in the top 10 though, right? Didn't? Let's move on. This week saw the news that both Dan King and Jeff Swan of the Rules Committee have stepped down from their positions. Now, while it would be a lot of fun to just stir the pot and make up some rumours, it's only personal reasons, and after all, Dan King has been on the Rules Committee for 5 years. His influence on the game is immeasurable, and a huge thanks goes to him and to Jeff for how much help they've given the rules in developing to the good state they're in now. We've already heard that the inimitable Elliot Morris is taking one of the open positions, and I've heard all sorts of rumours about the other position, but I can't say too much. You know, the walls have ears, but it's me. It's me. I'm joining. I'm not actually joining. I don't have the attention span. Also, I wasn't asked, and I don't want to. This makes it look as if I really wanted to now, and now I'm kind of making it like... can we just forget I even mentioned this? The state of quarantine people have found themselves in has given risen to a number of online campaigns, and I really like the look of Dan Caltagirone. I'm going to say Ted Caltagirone. Dan! He posted the map that they've been running their large-scale campaign from. This is quite the creation. And Dan's particularly proud of the fluff they've been writing to accompany the campaign, has promised to be posting more and more of the little stories along the way. Mantic have also taken the opportunity to update their release schedule for July and August. We can look forward to a bunch of Night Stalker and Northern Alliance models. There's some other games that we don't really care about. And then some Vanguard Ogres and Goblins coming into October. And I'm slightly worried about the state of my wallet if they carry through with that Ratkin release promise. Now, everyone agrees one of the best things about Kings of War is the fact you can use any mods you like. Now, some people take that a little bit further than others. Arthur Vase, who is Vase? I want to say Vase. I do actually know Arthur, and I've spoken to him a number of times, so I really should be able to get his name right. Anyway, he's used this excuse to make an army for less than €100. Now, the video is in French, but it's fully subtitled in English, and takes a little step-by-step run through how he made his Northern Alliance ice elementals out of Plastirock clay, sculpting them by hand and forming them into units. I think the end result looks not bad at all and pretty nuts. The video is pretty fun, and I think you should go and check it out, even if you just fancy shouting at someone who dares put miniatures on the table that aren't miniatures. How dare you, Arthur? How dare you? It started off as a slow week for miniatures, but I had missed James Hopkinson's Wing It from back in the end of May. It's got a lovely bright yellow theme to go with his wasp-themed goblin army. I think this model's got a bit of a buzz about it. Florian Manthe finally finished his Slow Grow Challenge Gnome Army. He posted the pictures all over the place, but I think the best place to go is the Kings of War forum because you get the full resolution glory. Oh, look, it's a little bunny rabbit. Taylor Holloway posted a bunch of his Varangon models, including this. I mean, it's a dragon. I expect. Guys, look, seriously, some of us have to sleep at night. Really, though? What? No thanks. Eddie Barr posted his Basusu model, showing that you don't have to do a complicated paint scheme to make it look good. Although, to be honest, you probably do have to get the whole model in the picture when you're taking the photographs, Eddie. And in groundbreaking this seriously can't be happening news, Mark Zelinsky finished some models. Guys, you have no idea what big news this is. Good on you, Mark. I mean, you do actually need to do the rest of the army now. You can't just play with 2 models, right? I know you like small point games. That's a little bit too small. Ratkin sculptor extraordinaire Ivan de Leon has posted his mutant rat fiend sculpture. Now, I'm not I'm not one to judge, right, guys? I'm not one to judge. I'm totally one to judge. However, I do wonder at what part in the sculpting process you think, I know what my mutant rat fiend needs. Giant mutant rat boobies. It's good. Great work though, seriously. Now, I've been sneaking to some regional groups, and on a tip-off, I checked out Ian Pongray's incredible cel-shaded goblins. I think this is a totally unique take. I think it looks pretty amazing. It even comes with incredibly cool cel-shaded bases. Apparently there's a whole group called Comic Style Mini Painters. Who knew? I didn't know. Did you know? I didn't know. And it's been a little while since we've seen the incredible painting of Daniel Reed. Turns out he's been working on this bloody giant dragon. He's gone so over the top with the base it doesn't even fit in his light box. It's very tempting when Daniel posts his miniatures to comment along the lines of, oh, well, I'm never going to paint miniatures again, blah, blah, blah. But I think it's worth just admiring the artistry and being glad that we've got such amazing painters within the Kings of War community, even if they are playing Basileans, you know. Well, that's it for this week. I'm busy melting because it's 31 degrees and it's 9:30 at night. Good God, what's going on? I live in England. I didn't deliberately get born in England to have to endure 31 degree weather at 9 o'clock at night. And now I will not translate that into Fahrenheit. Do it yourself.